The King's Black Heart, Part 9. Your king wasn't always as cold and cruel, but an assassin murdering his father twisted his heart. You were the only one spared the full brunt of his wrath, but even the love you used to share with him hasn't stopped him from causing you harm. He came to rescue you from the prince that took you away, was imprisoned, but treated well. Now you are just trying to determine your feelings between the kind, genuine Prince Ivan, your current fiancé, or Alistair, the cruel king you unfortunately fell in love with. The scene opens in the royal quarters. Ivan sits next to you in bed, doing a bit of reading as you wind down. I really am not mad that you went to see him, darling. I knew you would. I just wish you felt safe enough to tell me. Darling, please, really. I'm honestly surprised he'd drink that much water just to try and, accomplish something. Charmed water can provide relief, even clarity, but it won't just fix him. A favor? Very well. How can this prince please his pearl, A kiss? May I ask why? You want to see how I kiss? To judge against him, or... Ivan smiles, a bit sad. Very well. I will show you what a gentle kiss tastes like. Come here, love, and rest your palms on my chest. You move closer, keeping a careful eye on your fiancé as you settle against him. There we are. Now, let me see those beautiful lips. He kisses you, and you brace, only to find it especially gentle and patient. You have a sweet kiss, my pearl. Was that all right? He smiles gently, rubbing his thumb across your cheek. I'm glad. Being able to kiss you is lovely. I do hope you'll allow me more chances in the future, but, has he ever been gentle with you? I see. Well, admittedly, I'm not usually the pin against a wall and growl in the ear man myself, but I can see the appeal. Oh, I suppose I get that way a bit when it comes to the summer solace, but that's usually a Rosanian thing. To your surprise, he blushes. Well, that's, gods. Why does this always sound so strange when explaining it to land dwellers? It's our mating season, I guess would be the best way to put it. The more dominant among us get a bit more temperamental and randy. We posture about like men in a gladiator ring, have a drink, then return to normal a few days later. It's honestly more comical for me, at least. Look to me. I'm no warrior, yet my fins still stick up and I still swagger around flirting like I'm the top bull. I hope, at the very least, you'll find me trying to growl in your ear a little funny. It is a funny image, isn't it? Hey, Landy, you look like you've got some real child-rearing hips. How's about I bite the back of your neck? Oh, I hope you'll forgive me saying this, but Alistair would probably be able to glare most of the bulls and such into submission. I'd pay good coin to see that. He's smaller than most bulls, but I'd adore seeing him trying to wrestle a mer twice his size into submission, bitching the entire time about how, if you were one of my soldiers, I'd have a baby in you by now. Rah, rah, rah. To your surprise, you laugh, and Ivan smiles warmly. It's nice to see you laugh, my pearl. To see you smile. Maybe you'll indulge me in one more kiss, Before you can lean in or pull away, you hear a commotion ring out from down the hall. What on earth? What was all that clattering and shouting just now? The two of you exchange looks and hurry out of the quarters and towards the commotion, finding two guards splayed out in pools of blood. The gods! Wait, there's something going on in Alistair's room. You race in and see Alistair struggling with a cloaked figure twice his size, teeth grit and brow knotted. Come on then, you cloaked bastard. Finish your job and cut me down. No, my love, get back. No, my love, get back. Hang on, Alistair. Try and hold the assassin still. Ah, of course, now. Ugh, silly of me. I intended to dance with them. Ivan chants something in his language, and an icicle forms above his open palm. Once formed, he promptly hurls the sharpened spike through the assassin, who cries out before toppling on their side. Alistair opens his arms for you, panting. I'm fine. I could have handled it. Are you all right, my love? Your king exhales through his nose, looking especially annoyed. Thank you, Ivan. You're welcome. The assassin took out the guards at your door, They didn't stand a chance, but they fought valiantly regardless. I have the utmost respect for them holding their ground as they did, if their families require a stipend. That is very kind, but I'll handle it. That sigil on the assassin. Ivan kneels by the body and examines it with a frown. This is the sigil of Veros. Why on earth would an assassin from the far north come here? Especially for you, Alistair. Finish the job while I'm less protected, I imagine. Shh, love, it's okay. No, I'm fine, I promise. Love, you're shaking. What? Your head is ringing. You remember the sight of the king slumped over his throne, not answering your usual warm greetings. Remember approaching him. Remember realizing that the smile you were looking at wasn't a messy grin, but a slashed throat. Love! They're having a panic attack, Alistair. Here, out of the room. Let's get you set down. My pearl. They're having a what? This is normal for us. And that's a fucking problem. Now get your muscled ass out here and help me. Alistair tosses him a furious look, but both men dutifully escort you away from the massacre until you're all sat in the royal quarters. Breathe. Talk when you are ready. We are here. You forget your king is there, and so much pours out of you as Ivan holds you, rubbing your back. I didn't know you were the one that found Father's body. You never told me. You just burst into my room when that assassin was preparing to finish the job. Why did you never tell me? Something in Alistair's voice almost dies. You didn't want me to blame you any more than I already did. Shh, she doesn't blame you. He doesn't blame you. He blames himself, and he sees you as the one remaining good part of himself, which leads to him, well, blaming you, I suppose. Alistair turns away, slightly troubled. Right, so we had an assassin loose that was good enough to avoid my magical wards and good enough to take down my guards. An assassin with a great interest in Alistair, apparently. God only knows how many ears have been listening to coordinate such a movement. Then we must act quickly if we are to safeguard our kingdom. Your kingdom. Both of our kingdoms. It would have been easy for your kingdom to have blamed Rasan had Alistair been assassinated here. Well then, Ivan turns to Alistair, all business. What do you recommend, Alistair? You're asking me. Fine. We hold up until early morning, then we move in the shadows to review the ledgers and interview guards. Someone will know something, and before you ask and know, I will not leave my side, my love side, until this is dealt with. Well, I hope you're a cuddler, then. Excuse me? If you're not leaving their side, then that means you're sleeping in our bed with us. You don't seem the cuddly sort, but I've been wrong before. Now, let us secure these quarters. Alistair, please do your best to assure them that you're fine while I put up wards, all right? Alistair sits by you, hands fidgeting as they rest in his lap. I'm not good at this, but I'm not hurt, okay? I'm alive. And even if I weren't, it wouldn't be your fault. He exhales once more, eyes down. Thank you for worrying about me. I can hold you if you feel me worthy. Oh, I missed. Shh. Let me run my fingers through your hair and just rest. Your king will protect you. Always. To be continued. That concludes The King's Blackheart, Part 9. Thank you so much to the scriptwriter, user on the ASMRScriptHaven subreddit by the name of ItsEsmeJones. I know we spoke privately, but again, it is a pleasure of mine to be able to work with your scripts here, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you, so thank you so much. Aside from that, full disclosure, I had issues with the original file that I did a recording of this with, and long story short, I ended up re-recording the whole thing, and I honestly feel like the first one was possibly a little bit better, but I hope that this still was up to par and a good experience listening to. I know that I messed up in a few parts there, but generally speaking, I don't tend to restart the whole thing. It's been a bit of a frustrating evening, so bear with me as I just simply post this one, and I hope that in the moving forward I will do better. And I appreciate you listening. If you have any feedback, please do not hesitate to post it down below. If you're not already subscribed and you want to see more content like this, then please subscribe. If you like the video, giving it a like always helps as well. But ultimately, I just appreciate you being here and being part of this experience. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, and have a great night or day or wherever you're at. Peace.